Hey guys, welcome back to Minute Watch, and this is a Crazy Town watch for Crazy Town people. This is the Reef Tiger Air Bubbles, model number RGA703, and it's crazy. This is my buddy's watch. He got it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, "Why are you getting that watch?" But he's an interesting fellow, and he likes different things, and I'm actually quite fond of this Crazy Town watch now that I've had it for a little while. And I'll tell you why later. But real quick, Reef Tiger is a Chinese company that tries to portray itself as Swiss. It's not. It's a Chinese company based in China, using Chinese movements. And I don't know why they're trying so hard to make themselves out to be something that they're not. But whatever's, you know. They do make some interesting pieces. Some of them are super gnarly. And would you just look at that? This thing is crazy. This uses Seagull's ST2503 automatic mechanical movement. Although Reef Tiger calls it, the one inside this watch, the RT8508, as shown on the back of the display case. I'll show you that later. But it's not. It's an ST2503. It's exactly the same as an ST2503 from Seagull. And it also says on the back, which I'll show you later, Swiss Tech. Swiss Tech. I don't know why they do that. That's kind of a big D situation, but whatever. The newer versions of this watch say that it has an RT6503 movement, but it doesn't look much like anything has changed. It looks like the same Seagull ST2503. So pretty douchey on this company's part, just trying to make themselves out to be something that they're not. They're a Chinese company, guys. Come on. But anyway, this movement is it beats at 21,600 BPH, employs 29 joules, and has a 40-hour plus power reserve. The accuracy of this ST2503 movement is pretty good. A lot of people are getting around plus or minus 5 seconds a day. It's pretty good. So now the Crazy Town part of this is not that wonderful, complicated dial, but it's bam! It's this huge dome. It's probably the biggest. It's the biggest dome in the world. Astrodome, nope. Houston Dome, nope. It's the biggest. This is the biggest. It's massive. This is the biggest dome I've ever seen. It's the biggest. It's the biggest Chinese dome you ever see. And it's a bit of a laugh. This watch is a bit of a laugh. And you can't really take it seriously, but at the same time, what a fascinating piece this is. On the left side here, I don't know if you can see it, this dome is so massive. On the left side, you have the year. And over here you have the, what's this here? The day. Let me get it closer. So you have the year on the top here and the day. And there are pinhole pushers for this side. And on the right side on the top you have the month and then the date. So the year and month, I believe, are not connected to the movement. You actually have to change them manually every month for the month and obviously every year for the year, which is not that big of a deal. It is nice to have that there. I could be mistaken, but I don't think that they are actually connected to the movement. So what else do we have here? The crystal, this big ass giant crystal, is a sapphire apparently, and it does have a slight AR coating, which is, this watch wouldn't work without an AR coating. It would be a mess. And let's open up the case back here. This does have a deployant strap, a deployant saw buckle. The newer versions come with a regular tang, but this one does come with the deployant buckle. It says Reef Tiger there. The strap is supposedly handmade by machines. If the machine has a hand, can they then say it's handmade? Because it's a hand from a machine, right? But it does say handmade. And I'll show you right here, genuine leather. And where does it say that handmade part? Right there, right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it does say handmade right now. The strap is very robust. It's very taut and stiff. And there you can see the case back with that Chinese seagull movement. If you know seagull movements, you will clearly recognize it. It's right there. RGA703 is the model number, and Swiss Tech. Swiss Tech, and their RT8508. I really love that it says air bubbles. That is just a laugh. I love that. This watch doesn't take itself seriously, but yet it's still a crazy thing. The flying wheel on the bottom has another little thing on the top that has the seconds matching the seconds hand. You can see that I don't know if you can see that dome though, but it does match the second hand, and it's kind of just a real laugh. I like this. The more I play with this watch, the more I like it. It's crazy town, and I like crazy. I am more of a conservative watch guy. Some of you who know me will know me that I do like to buy watches that are a bit more conservative. But after wearing this for a day and looking at some other stuff, everything seems boring. It's just boring time. The lugs just they droop down quite a bit, and even though this is a big, massive watch, it does kind of work well on most wrists. Let me put it on my wrist real quick here, and I'll get the deployant on, and I'll try to put it on correctly. But here's the thing about deployant buckles and small wrists: they're not easy to put on, guys. They're not at all easy. Deployants are supposed to be made so it's easier to put on and save the strap from creases. But the opposite is true for guys like me with small wrists. The opposite is true. It's worse. But there you go. It's a big ass watch, and it still works on my tiny little toothpick wrists. It's definitely a conversation piece, and it does look nuts from any angle. I mean, look at that. It's like brrr, whoa. Whoa, the acid trip. Jeez. I do worry about hitting the glass, but if it's, I don't know, sapphire crystal, it should handle. This thing is so crazy. So what else? Let's get to the measurements. Case, I got 44.1 millimeters. That 0.1 is probably just a little bit off. Lug to lug, 54.5 millimeters, so huge, but they curved on, which makes them good. Lug width, hefty 24 millimeters, and thickness 20 freaking millimeters, which is to be expected because of the huge ass dome of justice. I really feel like this thing should pop off and a little Avenger should pop out or something. But anyway, one of the surprising things about this watch is the lume. And normally, these Chinese watches don't have good lume. But let me show you what's going on with this thing. So we're gonna, oh, that's way too bright. We're gonna put it to about ISO 800, no, ISO 400 to reflect what I'm seeing with my face. I do have a new camera, guys. This is a Sony RX100 Mark II that I got for super cheap from my friend. I got it for 200 bucks. It's basically brand new. And then we're gonna take the tablet of justice away, turn off the lights, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, flashy flashers, and then we're gonna, nope. Jeez, I don't know which is the brightest. There you go. So we're gonna give it some look at that dome, man. That thing is just crazy. And boom. So here we go. The lume is actually pretty good. It's you know, if a Seiko Monster is a 10, this is probably a solid 7.9, you know? And that's pretty good. It's it's not too bad. The yeah, it goes away probably maybe 20% faster than a comparable Seiko lume, but not bad at all. I'm very surprised. So yeah, okay. Well, let's turn back on the lights. All right. So, what do we have in conclusion here? All right. Well, this watch is gnarly. It's different and definitely a conversation piece. Not exactly for me, as I am more creative, but for those of you who like to be different, like to be a unicorn or a unidome, this one might be for you. It's crazy town, and it's definitely rad in the sense that it's not like anything else that you have in your collection. I mean, these things are just crazy. This is just a crazy, like, it's kind of steampunky if you ask me. But yeah, that's my review for this Crazy Town Reef Tiger watch. Thanks for watching. I forgot to mention some important stuff here. I was too excited about talking about this watch, but the movement is windable and it is hackable. Pretty typical of the Chinese seagull movement. It's windable and hackable. And yeah, I think that's it. These pushers are for the date and the day and date. So yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for watching. Giggity, giggity, giggity.